The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. And Brooklyn is where we'll be going just moments from now, as the Nets will be going up against the Boston Celtics. Looking at Boston, 6 wins in their last 10 games. They'd like to play even better. Tonight, a chance to add to their win total. And for the Celtics, how about their head coach, Brad Stevens? He's a youthful-looking guy. I know he's over 40, doesn't look it, but he's very, very poised.
Well, truthful. I think the one thing that he is he's a straight-up who has a no-nonsense approach. He's comfortable in his own skin, and I think he does look younger than 40.
And, he's a young guy, but he's not afraid to challenge his players, and he keeps an even keel. You won't see him breaking any clipboards. I like this guy.
You may not see him breaking any clipboards. That doesn't mean he doesn't do it behind closed doors.
Well, see, there's a difference.
I know.
We like it when you're behind closed doors breaking them. We just don't want it in public. Don't embarrass us.
Here's Kevin Harlan. He's got the call.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Brooklyn, the home of the Nets, in a fine Eastern Conference affair here at Barclays Center. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan with Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. This road trip for the Celtics kicking things off here in this one. This is a game they expect to win. They come into this matchup confident and ready to take care of business.
And they've had the edge against this team, winning the first 2 matchups with 4 total on the season. They look to continue that advantage here tonight.
You can't get enough of a good thing. They have a ton of confidence and momentum going, trying to continue to ride that wave.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Brown and Hayward out on the perimeter. Horford is out there with Monroe. And it's Irving at point guard. Now here's Horford. 4 on the clock. Hayward from outside. They get it back. Monroe. Excellent D there from Okafor. Lynn against Irving. Outside, Lynn. Pass to Crabbe. Screened by Russell. Foul called that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And a key part of Allen Crabbe's development is growth as a defender.
Well, and a 6'11" wingspan. I mean, he's had to work to get stronger. Now with his shooting, he's a player who can contribute offensively and defensively.
Two shots.
First one falls for him. Well, for the Celtics, their trade with the Nets is the gold standard for asset hunting. But a lot of smaller deals along the way, fortifying their roster.
Yeah, they ended up with the top pick this past year. Though they traded out of it, I mean, have a good chance to even get more top picks. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
And Crabbe is known as a sniper. He's a consistent scorer. He shoots a great percentage from anywhere on the court.
Brown kicks to Horford. Outside Irving. Monroe left side. Shoots over Mozgov. Again, Monroe missing. And so it's Brooklyn with it, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Yeah, we saw no matter what they tried offensively, the opponent just had the answer.
And in a big way. This was a blowout. The players, coaches, everyone is to blame.
Here's Lynn, following the bucket by the Celtics. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Stolen by Monroe. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving. Now Lynn. He's coming off a 16-point game against Minnesota. Mozgov passes to Lynn. To the middle. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
And setting the tone early with a strong move to the rack.
Well, you like to see a little more physical nature on defense. You have to make him earn those points at the stripe.
One shot.
And over the course of the Nets franchise history, some interesting decisions. I mean, back in the 90s, they came very close to changing the team name to the Swamp Dragons. I think I'm just going to leave that one right there.
Irving kicks to Horford. Fires the 3. Brooklyn with the rebound.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Mozgov a screen on Brown. Here's Russell, and it's blocked by Brown. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. So, Greg, how close were the Nets to being the Swamp Dragons anyway?
Well, it needed a unanimous vote of all the teams to change it, but there was 1 vote against it. The Nets themselves voted against the change, and they had 7 owners who rotated voting duties, and the one on deck got cold feet. And really, Lynn has a terrific feel for this offense. Just seems to know whenever one of his guys is open.
Lynn against Irving. Horford sets a screen for Hayward. 6 to shoot. Monroe, great positioning on the putback.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Now here's Crabbe. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. That one, no good.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Yeah, coming off of a good pick, and you want to get that when he gets the separation he needs. I know he would love to have that one back.
Al Russell following the three-point attempt by Kyrie Irving. Passes to Lynn. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Crab, no good. Boston trailing. The putback.
You know, fought hard from start to finish on that play. Defended the shot and then finished it off with the rebound.
Okafor kicks to Russell. Back to Okafor. No good that time. Good work defensively by Monroe. Boston's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. And it's Irving missing.
I'm sure he'd say to himself, no excuse for missing that shot, even when it's such a clean look.
Stolen by Monroe. And now running up the court. Hayward's pushing it up. And Hayward with the stuff.
Well executed. And then you love the strong finish.
So many fast breaks now ending the three-point shot. Good to see them taking it to the rack.
And there had been a will he or won't he feeling with Gordon Hayward's free agency. Tough choice, I gotta believe, for him to leave Utah, but you can see why he wanted to join forces here with the Celtics.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. And Boston was the heavy favorite to sign Gordon Hayward, and ultimately the opportunity was just too hard to pass up.
And he's reunited with his college coach, Brad Stevens. This team has a great path to make a deep playoff run, and this just adds another star to a very balanced roster.
And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for the Celtics.
And the three-point shot was a huge of their game plan. When it was falling, it made them very hard to defend. Opponents were stretched out all over the place.
So it's the Celtics now. Monroe with a screen on Russell. Picked by Horford. Irving with a clean look. It's a hand on it. Okafor grabs the miss. The Nets have gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%. Out to the right wing. Now here's Cram. He's guarded closely. 5 to shoot. Here's Mozgov, and stolen by Horford. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Here's Irving. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
Oh, what incredible precision. Brown cutting the D to pieces with his pass.
To the left wing. Grab, dishes to Lynn. Now here's Crab. Defended by Hayward. Looking to end the drought. There's Mozgov. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
A man with height and reach. Mozgov screaming extra chance point.
Screen by Monroe. Here's Irving. It doesn't go for him. Some solid defense there from Lynn. Brooklyn trailing. Now here's Cram. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Good. Okafor's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
His touch has been terrific this quarter. Most of what he puts up is going down.
Boston's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Horford the pass to Monroe. Brown against Russell. Here's Horford. Offensive rebound. Here's Monroe. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Monroe's got his second bucket tonight.
Man, this thing is just going back and forth tonight.
Each team is stepping up, rising to the challenge. Yet another lead change.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. And Chris, the team you spent the most time with in your career, the Sacramento Kings, what was it like playing in a smaller market? And do you think that's changed for star players today?
You know, I love playing for the city of Sacramento and the fans. Because we were a small market, I think we have some of the most passionate fans that I've ever seen in the NBA. But it was also tough, especially playing on the West Coast. You're the second or the late game. On the East Coast, many people don't see you. You don't have necessarily the support of everyone else because you're not in the largest city. So it definitely could be tough. But when you're playing a team like the Lakers or you're playing other Goliaths, you love it and you embrace that small David type aspect. And so I do think it's changed because of social media. I do think it's changed because of the internet and specifically the apps that you can now go into the locker room before and after the game. You can get a guy's thoughts right after he made a big shot or missed a big shot. And so I think if we would have had those tools, maybe it'll be different. But I think now definitely it really doesn't matter what market you play in. I mean, we were a small market at that time, but look, since it's been the OKCs and other teams that kind of have made everybody excited about basketball. So I don't think market plays that big of a part as far as exposure and how much fans get to see you anymore.
Good overview. The Celtics shooting a lowly 30% to start this game out. Now here's Smart. T right on him. Here's Rozier. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Morris, no good. Brooklyn's gone, just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. They set the pick. The pass to LeVert. Shoots the three. That one, no good. Celtics on offense. Their last encounter was in Boston.
And the previous meeting was a win for them and a huge day for the bench. The reserves really stepped it up with their scoring.
Yeah, when the second unit came in, I mean, they provided a ton of energy, lots of hustle points, and that just had a snowball effect.
For the Celtics, they come into this one following a loss to the Timberwolves. Here's Dinwiddie. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Now here's Carroll. He's tightly guarded. Count that one.
And how about Carroll using his size there, taking it strong inside.
Here's Rozier. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Feeds to fires from 14, and that one goes long.
The movement and the shot selection are good there, but you can't hit them all.
Here's Hollis Jefferson, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Hollis Jefferson's got 5 points so far. Boston trailing. Here's Rozier. Kicks it to Tatum. The feed to Morris. From 15 feet away, Hollis Jefferson with the rebound. And for the Nets, they're shooting 39% in the early minutes of this game. He kicks it to Dinwiddie. Pass to LeVert. They set the pick. It's not going to go for him. And the Celtics going the other way now. Now here's Smart. Carroll covering. The numbers in their favor. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Basket counts. Hollis Jefferson's got his third basket of the night right there.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Celtics trail by 4. Morris a screen. Rozier kicks to Tatum. 54 seconds left here in the first quarter.
He's still looking to get into a groove this quarter.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Kept alive. Dishes to Dinwiddie. Pass to LeVert. Nets passing it around. Dinwiddie passes to Allen. Second chance shot. No good. Shot missing. Good work defensively by Morris. Rozier kicks to Baines. Tatum wide open. He fires one. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
He's having a tough quarter, scoring the basketball, unable to help them close this gap.
Baines with the block. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Smart misses.
The active defense making things very hard on him as he goes in for the layup.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds that time. Rozier. Oh, he hits it. How about that shot? Incredible.
Wow, what a miracle heave to finish off the quarter. How'd he get that one to go?
Huge basket there. That's a highlight reel shot right there.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Brooklyn ahead. They lead by 1. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And Jeremy Lin, a player who's come a long way in his time in this league, from going undrafted out of Harvard to where he is now. He says he remains very grateful.
You know, if my career would ever pan out the way I was hoping for, or if I would be able to stay in the NBA. And so for me to be here playing, to be able to know I'm going to play in the game, in an NBA game, it's just, it's pretty cool.
Well, in a game filled with some pretty big egos, there are also guys like that who are living the dream in their own very grateful way. Lin has certainly seen the highs and the lows.
And Kevin, not everyone's a superstar and certain of their future. Sometimes you get to be a superstar for a brief moment in time, but this game has a way of humbling people, even those who started out humble, like Lin.
So far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
I think they play great D and not giving up anything easy early on.
Yeah, closing down the lane, closing out on perimeter shooters. Interesting first quarter.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Boston, we've got Aaron Baines. Tatum out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Smart, and it's Rozier in at the 1 spot.
One shot, gentlemen.
Allen, no good on the free throw.
Well, make no mistake, defense is the foundation for this Celtics team. That's their calling card.
And it's Rozier missing. Brooklyn leading by 3. And it's Carroll in the corner. They set the screen. Passes it to LeVert. Here's Dinwiddie. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. While we're in the quick break, let's show you the list of the hottest shooting rookies in the NBA this year. The 4th spot held by Jason Tatum.
He's scoring and finishing at a very high level. I mean, playing within himself offensively and being very discerning with his shot selection.
And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. They get it back. There's the double team with Allen. Here's Tatum. Here's LeVert. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game, and he gets it to go.
Love the grit on the offensive glass. Those are just effort points.
Rozier kicks to Tatum. Here's the screen. The dish to Morris, and it's blocked. Second shot opportunity. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Almost every look he gets inside is a good one, but the D hangs in there and makes it a tough one.
Yes, that goes in.
And the mentality that we're seeing from Carroll, even a spot-up guy needs to seize those opportunities.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Morris a screen. Here's Rozier. 6 on the shot clock. He dishes it to Morris. It's stolen by Allen. Down low. Knocked loose. Hollis Jefferson passes to Carroll. And yes, it's good. And it's a 9-point Nets lead.
Fruitful possession, just doing what they can to extend the lead.
And that's what you have to do. Stay in the moment. Keep grinding.
Here's Rozier. Tatum with it. Looking to end the run. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Tatum's got his second bucket of the night.
And his ability to knock down shots from the mid-range. I mean, he just seems to roll that ball so easily off his fingertips. It looks like it's going in every time. That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
There's the pass to Rozier. There's a good screen. And the wide open shot from Morris. No good with the triple.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
And it's sad because the team relies on him to be a threat offensively. When he's rolling, that makes much more dynamic offense.
Here's Dinwiddie looking for his first basket still in this one.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Oh, that was sweet, and that's what makes him so dangerous. Not only can he set up others, but he can also be a big-time finisher.
And now, the first timeout called here for Boston. Well, we don't always get what we want, Chris, but if you were in charge of the dunk contest, which 4 players would you personally pick to make up the field?
Man, it's so tough. Wow. I think I definitely want to go with Levine. He's, you know, the ex-dunk champ.
Yes.
Wow. Oh, that's a tough one. I mean, Westbrook, I think Paul George would be great in there. Of course, LeBron, Griffin. I mean, I don't know. Davis. There's so many high flyers. I just think it's so tough because sometimes the smaller guys have the advantage. Big guys feel like they can't do it because they won't be as exciting. I mean, you know, even our worst dunk contest, I've fallen in love with because you get to see some incredible things. But, yeah, I'd start with them, but so many other players you can pick.
Here's Russell. Mozgov dishes to Russell. Mozgov kicks to Russell. Lynn the pass to Crabbe. But they'll get another chance.
They are really crashing the offensive glass, and it's paying off for them.
Hayward outside. To the inside. Monroe out to the wing. It'll go, and the Nets lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Horford.
How about Horford? They're showing the jump shot. More of a set shot, really, but at his size, he can get it off.
Crabbe in the corner. Nets passing it around. There's Russell with the 3. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Irving against Land. Irving kicks to Hayward. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
Now we get a chance to check out Jeremy Lin. How last month turned out for him? He's putting up about 16 points a game, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. With him, you get so much, but his ability to lead the way with his scoring, probably his best attribute.
Oh, an offensive juggernaut. I mean, he can just beat you in so many ways. You got to give it up for him.
Russell dishes to Okafor. Here's Lynn. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And he's been terrific, guys. I mean, the percentage right around 86%, so don't doubt he's pleased with that.
One shot.
As you look at the league right now, how different would you say it is from when you played? And if there are a lot of differences, do you like the changes?
The NBA is much different from when I played. When I played, if you shot a jumper from the 15-foot range free throw line, they criticize you as a big fella. Now you have to be able to space the floor. If you were a big fella and led the break back then, they criticize you. Now you have a guy like Durant who is 6'11". So the game has changed from rules. It was so much more physical at the time. It was a slower pace. But, you know, that was then. I love the way that the game is now. I love that players have more freedom. I love that the pace is faster. You don't have to look back at your coach to have a play called every time. The trust is put in these players' skill sets. And so I love it, man. Anytime you can see Harden go to work, Durant go to work, Curry go to work, Westbrook go to work, LeBron go to work, Irving go to work, and just watch them play in an open offense, man, it's a lot of fun. So, yeah, I like the changes, and it was fun when I played as well.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Here's Russell. The second chance effort. And Boston with the rebound. Monroe's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Drains it from beyond the arc. Irving's got 5.
I like how quick Irving shoots from beyond the arc. Now, when he's got a clean look, he lets it fly immediately.
Pick by Okafor. Lynn kicks to Crabbe. He feeds it to Okafor. Here's Russell. Buries it down low. Russell's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
And, of course, for the Nets, I mean, they won't control their own first-round pick until 2019. There's going to be some losing along the way with not much reward. A moment here to see the numbers for Kyrie Irving. 2nd in free throw percentage, 4th in scoring, and he's in the top 5 in assists per game as well. He sees the floor and makes the game easier for his teammates.
And you never see him get nervous when he steps to the line. That's why he's 2nd in the league in free throw percentage. Now, here is Irving. He's coming off a 19-point game against Minnesota.
Yeah, but it wasn't all about himself. He also did a great job at creating for his teammates. So many assists tonight.
Again, Irving missing. And Greg, the Nets trading away the better part of a decade worth of draft picks when they went all in back in 2013 and 2014.
Yeah, going for vets like Darren Williams and Gerald Wallace, Paul Pierce, and of course KG. But unfortunately, all past their prime. That team only able to get to the 2nd round, and boy, what a heavy price to pay for so little success in the postseason.
Here's Irving after D'Angelo Russell's bucket. From downtown, a shot's good from Irving. Irving's got 8 points.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the 2nd.
Lynn against Irving. Picked by Mozgov. Here's Russell. Dishes it to Mozgov. That shot off the mark. Good work defensively by Monroe. To the inside. Baseline try. That is good. And the Nets lead is cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Brown. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the 2nd quarter. Picked by Okafor. Outside, Russell feeds it to Crabbe. And it's sent back by Horford.
Wow, the rim protection by Horford. I mean, Al Horford standing 6'10", always played bigger.
Lynn with the steal. And stolen by Hayward. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jahlil Okafor. That is his first foul of the game. Celtics trail by 12. And here's Irving. He's got 8. Jacks up a 3. Here's Monroe. Lays it up and banks it in. He has 6.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Pick by Okafor. Outside, Russell. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And for D'Angelo Russell, the former #2 overall pick in 2015 out of Ohio State. Greg, in your opinion, what makes him so special as a prospect?
I think it's all about his skill level. I mean, the league loves players who can handle, pass, and shoot. And he can do all 3 at an elite level. And he's not just a stationary shooter. He can hit pull-ups, a very good in-between game as well. Let's just see if he can continue his maturation process.
Free throw good, Russell.
Yeah, and with this increased aggressiveness offensively, Russell shooting more and more free throws.
Tatum, he's checked in for Brown. And so Russell hits them both. And Chris, so many of us involved with the NBA, either as broadcasters or players, had a moment where they just knew that this was the game for us. Did you ever have that moment? And if so, Chris, when did you fall in love with the game of basketball?
Wow, that's a great question, Cam. You know what? I have so many signature moments in my life that continually made me fall in love. I don't know if there's just one. You know, I remember, for instance, Isaiah Thomas, after he won the All-Star game, I believe it was like 86, 87, and after he had his mom come up and his mom did the interview with him, and I was there with my mom, and I remember thinking to myself, man, that would be a cool moment. Or watching Magic Johnson hoist up a championship because he was from Michigan and I had followed his career the whole time, and so watching him win a championship. Or how about those great Magic Johnson, Larry Bird commercials back when they got out of the limo and were looking at each other, you know, that type of stuff. So, man, so many great moments, man. I can't pick one, but there's so many great moments.
Great moments indeed.
And you look at this Celtics roster, a bevy of long, athletic wing players. They seem to be taking a cue from teams like the Warriors, who have found success with defensive switching and positionless basketball.
The Nets have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
And the Celtics, as you see, are stockpiling wing forwards. Brown, Tatum, Hayward, and we're seeing those guys lining up at the 2, 3, and 4. It gives Brad Stevens tremendous roster versatility.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Allen's checked in for Mozgov. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson comes in for Okafor. Damari Carroll's checked in for Crabb. And it's LeVert in for D'Angelo Russell.
And Lynn has really carved out a nice role for himself in our league. An effective two-way player who can score, rebound, pass, and defend.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Unloads from 13. Here's LeVert. The basket good off the assist from Lynn. Lynn's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Celtics trail by 14. Rozier kicks to Tatum. Morris outside. There's the pick. Excellent D there from Allen.
But he's just having one of those games that you just like to forget about as soon as it's done.
It's deflected, and there's a whistle. That goes on Jeremy Lin. That is his first foul of the game. Dinwiddie is checked in for the Nets. And for the Celtics, they're shooting just 28%. They are offensively out of whack and out of step with each other at this point. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's LeVert, guarded by Smart, and it's LeVert missing.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Smart.
Just too physical. Smart shedding the defense and finishing strong.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Jalil, you've scored in a variety of ways in the first half. What's working for you out there?
Just moving around the ball, talking to my teammates, trying to get open. They're putting me in a great position for me to score.
Thanks, Jalil. Appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. This big mountain of a man is Shaquille O'Neal, and this hill of a man is Kenny the Jet Smith. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but 4 points was the biggest it got. The second quarter was all theirs. Major uptick in offensive and defensive intensity as they did their jobs with precision, now sitting on a comfortable 12-point lead at the half. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the Nets?
Well, it was an unselfish, team-oriented half of basketball. The ball never stopped moving. Their offense had a great flow to it. It prevented anyone from getting lazy out there. They're always moving, cutting, knowing where they need to pass the ball, Ernie.
Kenny, how'd you think the Celtics were playing?
They need to make major adjustments on the offense. Whatever their game plan was going into this game, scrap it. It's not been effective. The shots they were taking were not good shots. They need to find a way to spring guys open where they could shoot a better percentage.
And we're just about ready for the start of the third quarter. Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll see you.
And we return to Brooklyn in the Barclays Center, which you can see from that gorgeous shot from above the arena. Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. You look at D'Angelo Russell. What a contribution.
His points production thus far, off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
Yeah, right. I mean, the defense hasn't had an answer for this guy yet. Just too skilled, too driven thus far.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. Nets leading by 12. Lynn and Russell are in the backcourt. Jahlil Okafor is out there with Crabbe, and it's Mozgov in at the pivot spot manning the middle. That's the group starting the second half for Kenny Atkinson. Moves back up. No good on that one. Now the Celtics take it the other way. After this one, they're off to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Now, here is Russell. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Russell.
And let's check out some stats for Horford. Over the last month, getting it done. He's averaging 10 points a game, 8 rebounds, and just over 2 blocks. And he's such a presence for them inside.
No questions. He blocks shots, controls the glass, does everything asked of him and more.
Brown the pass to Horford. Nice ball movement by Boston. Monroe down low. Mozgov covering. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Jumper off the screen. Offensive rebound. Monroe, no good.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Lynn dishes to Okafor. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
2 shots, gentlemen.
And the Nets adding their own G League affiliate, the Long Island Nets.
Yeah, and the Nets franchise originally, remember, based in Long Island. So nice to have that homecoming. And of course, with young talent development, so critical for this Nets organization. Having that minor league team in close proximity, very valuable.
2.
That's good from Crabbe. No good on the second free throw.
Well, the one thing you notice about the Celtics, they look for players with a chip on their shoulder. They want players with that inner fire, that love competition.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And that's 10 points for Greg Monroe.
And finally, someone scores.
Yeah, this is low output for both teams. This is ugly. The defense is having their way so far.
Now here's Okafor. 7 points in the game. Lynn. And he makes good on the layup. Lynn's got 6. And you look up and down the Celtics roster, Chris, a lot of guys who play with a chip on their shoulder.
Well, that's how you build a culture. It rubs off on the other players. I mean, you have to find those guys, though. It's not something you can teach.
Boston shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
Two shots.
The first free throw is good. And so Greg Monroe nails both of them. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Lynn against Irving. Lynn kicks to Crabbe. Rebounded by Greg Monroe. Monroe's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that.
Having a little bit of trouble at the start of the half. Only 1 for 4 from the field.
Now here's Irving. 8 points for him. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Mozgov sets a screen for Lynn. It's good. Lynn's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Even with the defense all over him, Lynn buries the J. Outstanding concentration on those kinds of shots.
Now a timeout called by Boston. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Here's Brown after Jeremy Lin's bucket. Brown kicks to Horford. The shot missing. The Nets go the other way with it. 17 points was their biggest margin. Russell passes to Crabbe. Outside, Lynn. Picked by Mozgov. Tries again. Rejected by Monroe. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Brown kicks to Irving. Looking to get it going, and the layup is good. Irving's got 10 points.
And what I like is that Irving is a confident scorer. Even amongst the trees, he finds a way to score the ball.
Picked by Mozgov. Out to Russell. The basket good off the assist from Lynn. Lynn's got his 5th assist in this one.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
You know the saying, numbers don't lie. You can see it up there on the scoreboard.
Picked by Horford. Lynn against Irving. Lets a floater go, and so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. It's on Jahlil Okafor. And Kyrie Irving very steady with the ball in his hands. Not a lot of turnovers for a player who handles the ball as much as he does.
Yeah, I mean, he makes great reads. Pick and roll, drives, kicks. He keeps his dribble low, but sometimes he has his dribble high. He's great at the pocket passes, great off pick and rolls, great at screens, and can space the floor.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Irving.
And just think about this. Kyrie Irving in his single season at Duke, he only played 11 games. He was limited to 11 games. Still, he was the #1 overall pick. That's just game. And then he justified it winning Rookie of the Year. Incredible.
Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving. And Kyrie Irving with a historically great rookie campaign. But some have said he hasn't improved a whole lot on that big entrance into the NBA.
His defense is still a work in progress, and that's what he has to shore up if he's going to enter the conversation for maybe best point guard in the world. But to me, he's already in that conversation.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Russell against Brown. Russell dishes to Okafor. Here's Mozgov.
But he's just looked lost on offense. But luckily for him, his teammates have really stepped up in a big way.
Irving up top, defended by Lynn. Irving kicks to Hayward. Shot clock at 6. And that one hits back iron.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Crab, good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
So it's the Celtics now, trailing by 13. Irving kicks to Brown. Horford with the screen on Russell. Here's Brown. And he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick. Brown's got his second basket of the game.
And that's the part of Horford's game that doesn't garner much attention. Great at setting screens to spring open his teammates.
Lynn the pass to Crab. Okafor with the screen on Hayward. Okafor kicks to Mozgov. Back to Okafor. Screened by Russell. There's Crab with the 3. And Boston with the rebound.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Now Irving. He's got 12. The shot by Hayward wide open. It's good on the putback. Monroe's got it back down to within single digits for the Celtics.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Well, yeah, he might have seen something he wants to exploit. Well, we'll see what they run coming out of this.
A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. Here's Dinwiddie. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Here's Hollis Jefferson.
Oh! He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in, build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. And that was Under Armour bringing you that replay. Unleash chaos, and what a play it was.
Just superb defense there. You could tell they definitely affected the release of that shot.
Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Celtics passing it around. Morris outside. Down low. Baines dishes to Tatum. Shoots over Carroll. Tatum's shot is off.
It's clear this just isn't his night. I mean, if they're going to keep him on the floor, I think his best role would be to be a decoy.
Lets it go from deep. A nice shot by LeVert. LeVert's got his 3rd basket of the night.
That's a good way to boost his three-point percentage. Take advantage of some soft defense.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Looking to end the run. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down again to 13 points with the basket from Tatum.
And that's how you answer back.
Trading bombs the last two possessions. They're going that one.
Dinwiddie passes to Allen. There's the pick. There's Hollis Jefferson. Puts up a three. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Oh, simple screen, but there was a defensive mix-up that left the man wide open.
Rozier kicks to Morris. Fires the three. And again, Boston with the triple.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Over to the left wing. Hollis Jefferson passes to Allen. In the corner, Hollis Jefferson. Second shot opportunity. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
The Nets have gone 7 of 11 from the line.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Shooting two, gentlemen.
And he can't get the first one. Good on the second free throw. Boston with the ball. It's a 14-point game. Here's Baines, and again it's Boston converting. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. They set the pick. Dinwiddie passes to LeVert. Stolen by Smart. Pass to Rozier. That one rolling around and rims out.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Carroll passes to LeVert. Kicks to Dinwiddie. Lets the three fly. The three-pointer is right on target. Dinwiddie's got 5.
You can't let him get in the rhythm from out there. He's too good of a shooter.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
And you'll hear some say the sleeper of that 2015 draft was Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. I mean, a fractured ankle his rookie season limited him to just those 29 games. But when healthy, he's shown he can be a force defensively.
And Greg, what separates Hollis-Jefferson, do you think, as an NBA defender?
You know, physicality, quickness to go along with anticipation. I mean, with his pressure D, he's able to suffocate perimeter players and rack up steals. And don't forget versatility. He's a guy that can guard multiple positions, and that's a huge asset for any team.
Offensive rebound. Here's Tatum, and finally they hit one. Tatum's got 5 points now this quarter.
And Tatum, good at shooting when he's in rhythm, measuring shots as soon as that pass touches his hands.
Carroll dishes to Dinwiddie. Pass to Hollis-Jefferson. The feed now to Dinwiddie. 6 on the shot clock. Passes to LeVert. The three-pointer off the mark. Celtics trail by 13. Here's Rozier. Now here's Tatum. There's the pick. Here's Morris. And again, it's Boston converting.
And even when the D is all up and in on Morris, he nails the shot. Great job at keeping his eyes on the basket.
Dinwiddie kicks to Allen. 1:05 left to play in the third.
He is a fantastic athlete for a power forward. Whatever he lacks in height, he makes up for with hops.
Here's Rozier. Morris outside. Off the pick. Offensive rebound. That shot off the mark.
Now, that's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing, those two things that he possesses.
Smart, wide open, he fires. And again, Boston with the triple.
Well, like a freight train, running downhill, Smart, unstoppable in the open court.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. And there's the pass to LeVert. From deep. And Boston with the rebound. Baines has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Tatum passes to Rozier. He kicks to Tatum. Morris inside. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And meanwhile, Coach Brad Stevens talking to his team.
Okay, hey, bottom line is, good things are going to happen, bad things are happening. How you respond is the biggest key. Let's go.
And Brad Stevens moments ago focusing on what they can do now rather than worrying about what's already happened.
Yeah, and this is all you can do. Put all of your energy into this moment. The past, the future, they don't matter.
3 quarters in the books, folks. Glad to have you with us. Welcome back as we get going. On the court for the Celtics, Rozier's out there with Smart. Then it's Tatum. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Baines in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Dinwiddie. To the inside, Hollis Jefferson. And it's sent back by Morris.
Oh, just fantastic defense for Morris, getting right in the face of the shooter and coming up with the rejection. Their stroke has not been what they needed it to be, but looks like they're going to keep going to it.
And so it's Brooklyn with it. Here's Dinwiddie. Pass to LeVert. There's the triple. And Baines pulls it down. Celtics trail by 10. Smart kicks to Rozier. They set the pick. Off the screen. Tatum's shot is off.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Well, he did a great job of staying patient, letting the man make his move, and getting right up on the jump shot.
Dinwiddie passes to Hollis Jefferson. Dishes to Dinwiddie. Lets it go from 11, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Dinwiddie's got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for Brooklyn. For Boston, they've gotten off to a rough start in the 4th quarter, going 0 for 4 so far. Morris dishes to Baines. Out left to the wing. Here's Tatum. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper.
Well, it looked as if he would never find his game after that awful first half start, but he's really hitting his stride in the second.
Timeout called, the Nets. Watching Jason Tatum, it's hard to find many faults in his game, Greg. He's strong inside and out and plays both ends of the floor equally well.
Yeah, kind of a jack of all trades, right, and master of none. He does everything reasonably well on the basketball floor, just doesn't do anything great. Having said that, though, Tatum is one of those guys that I think improves the overall IQ of your team, and terrific size at his position.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch Kenny Atkinson's message to his team. He told his team to keep looking for those perimeter shots. He said their defense is not respecting us, so let's keep shooting until they come out on us, guys.
Thanks so much, David.
I like how Irvin feels the defense out. He's sensing he has room to shoot and fire once he gets the rock.
Now here's Crab. He's guarded close. Picked by Mozgov. Crab kicks to Lynn. Mozgov a screen on Irving. Then the pass to Mozgov. Rejected by Monroe. They push it up 4-on-3. Irving for 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
Wow, that's his 4th 3 of the game. 2 in each half. He has just owned that line.
Lynn kicks to Okafor. There's the pick. Outside Russell. Horford against Okafor. He can't get it to go. And it's Boston the other way. Over in the corner, Brown. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. And now just a 3-point Nets lead.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Lynn kicks to Russell. There's the dish to Mozgov. Okafor, the pass to Lynn. Crabbe in the corner. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Well, and the Celtics bringing in Brad Stevens as head coach in 2013. That same summer, they made their blockbuster trade with the Nets. 2 home run moves for their franchise.
And the Celtics signed Brad Stevens to a 6-year contract to lure him away from Butler in college basketball. Chris, they were very confident he'd be a great coach.
Well, they might want to pull out their pen and have him sign another 6-year deal real quick because he's already established himself as one of the league's top coaches.
That's good from Crabbe. He hits both from the stripe. Celtics trail by 5. Picked by Horford. Irving kicks to Horford. Back to Irving. Shoots over Lynn. That's short off the rim. For Brooklyn, they've gone just 33% from the field in the 4th quarter so far. They are 2 of 6 and stolen by Irving. And pushing it up. Here's that's a great dunk.
Freakish athletically.
That's
wow.
how you do it.
One shot.
And what amazing athleticism from Brown, putting on a show out there with slams like that.
And it's rare for rookies to come into the NBA ready at the defensive end. But you know what, C-Webb? Jaylen Brown already more than solid.
Well, yeah, I mean, he has a great frame. He plays physical. He's in a great system, and he wants it. He'll only get better with time.
One shot, gentlemen.
Brown, no good on the free throw.
Swingman Jaylen Brown trying to find his way in the league. He had a really good playoff last year, and he's kind of a renaissance man. Plays the guitar, studies foreign languages, he's captain of his high school chess team, but he doesn't want none of me to, I'll get him in chess.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And he makes the first. And so he makes both from the line. Irving with it. Hayward outside. Irving against Lynn. And it's Lynn with the rebound. Lynn's got 4 rebounds in this game. Rebound, Boston.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Here's Brown. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Brown's got 9 points here in the second half. And here is Lynn. He dishes it to Craig. Lets it go with the 3. And Boston with the rebound. Horford's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Stolen by Jeremy Lin. Feeds it to Russell. And the layup falls.
Monster night, and what's scary, Russell's built for many more of these.
Irving against Lin. Fires, high post. Bounces high off the rim and drops. 20 points for Kyrie Irving.
And he has the chops for this, raising the intensity when it matters most.
But he's showing you he wants to close this game out. That's an attitude that he brings and is appreciated by this team.
Now here's Okafor. Russell kicks to Lin. No good on the triple. Now Hayward. Outside Irving. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Hayward's got 3 assists tonight.
Oh, he's just on fire now. You can't slow him down.
Picked by Okafor. Here's Lin. Good work defensively by Horford.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Wonderful anticipation. He reads the play perfectly. Then with the quick reaction time.
The shot's good from Irving.
And he's really been dialed in here down the stretch. 5 of 7 from the field.
Back to Okafor. He feeds it to Lin. There's a screen. It's Russell with the drive. And that one drops. Russell's got 4 points in the quarter.
And sliding inside, under control, Russell still just scratching the surface of his full potential.
Picked by Horford. Stolen by Jeremy Lin. Inside, here's Okafor, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That's on D'Angelo Russell.
And the determination of Brown is phenomenal. No one is going to stop these shots from going down.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Brown no good on the free throw.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
Crab dishes to Lin. Picked by Mozgov. Lin kicks to Russell. Shot clock at 5. From the arc. And it's Irving with the rebound. Boston leading by 3. Hayward's got space. And it's Russell with the rebound.
Well, this has not been his best effort. He's lucky his teammates have been there to bail him out.
Lin from long range. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. And that's 11 points for Lin.
Just wonderful form on the J from Lin, dropping it in the face of the D.
The screen from Brown. Horford sets a screen for Irving. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
He has them reeling. They haven't had an answer for him this quarter.
And a big move for D'Angelo Russell this past offseason. Traded from the Lakers to Brooklyn. Now one of the major building blocks of this team that has embraced him wholeheartedly.
One shot.
And with the draft spot the Lakers had, and the spotted history with D'Angelo Russell, You know, Greg, it wasn't a huge shock to see him move.
You know, it just seemed to me that Russell wasn't the right fit for what LA wanted to do. Still a very young and talented player who has a chance to kind of reinvent himself here in New York. He's shown a bit more maturity since that trade and since joining this team.
And Okafor with the block. And the officials now calling the shooting foul. He got a lot of ball on the block, but also got the body, so some free throws coming up right now.
Two shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
And Brown is just an exceptional player. Really love whenever he shows off his athletic ability.
And so he hits both.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
Russell passes to Mozgov. Right side, Lynn. Add another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Picked by Horford. Irving drives in, shoots over Lynn. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Nets trail by 3. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Marcus Smart's checked in for Boston. Now here's Lynn. They set the screen to the right side. Here's Crabbe. The basket good off the assist from Lynn. Now just a 1-point Boston lead.
Well, the poise of Crabbe is remarkable, even in huge points of the game. I mean, he looked comfortable taking these shots.
Irving kicks to Horford. To the left wing. Monroe down low. Mozgov on him. Left block shot on the way. The rebound by the Nets. Mozgov's got 13 rebounds tonight. Going after Russell. It's good, and they get the go-ahead bucket. And the Nets lead by 1.
Yeah, you want the momentum on your side, and Russell showing you how it's done.
Picked by Horford. Hayward dishes to Horford. Right wing, and stolen by Russell. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Here's Okafor, and it's off the back rim, no good.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Well, not all defenses are constructed to protect the mid-range area. Nicely done that time.
Now here's Smart. On the wing, Irving. To the middle, here's Monroe. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Brooklyn's gone into a funk from downtown in the 4th. Only 1 of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket.
And this atmosphere is bananas.
Well, guys separate themselves by how they perform in clutch situations. Give this man his props.
Here's Smart after D'Angelo Russell's bucket. Outside Irving. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. He's able to hit the second one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They trail by 4. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Jeremy Lin.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
Here is Hayward. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. Now here's Crab, ended by Hayward. Back to Crab, launches it. He can't hit that time. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're behind by 4. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. What's your take, guys?
And they're going to have to score. Quick foul. Can't waste any time here.
Well, it's a lot to talk about in this huddle. They'll also have to decide who they'll want to foul.
It's been a pretty tough stretch for them.
And this will be an important possession. It's really essential. They put a stop to this run, and the best way to do it is by great execution.
And you got to admire Irving in these situations. Doesn't let pressure overwhelm him. In fact, he embraces it.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
Gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
They have a chance to tie it up.
They got to be looking for a 3 here, guys.
And Monroe kicks to Hayward. Monroe outside. On the wing, Irving for the 3. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Jeremy, it really looked like defense got you guys going tonight and got them off their game.
Yeah, I mean, this might have been the hardest that we played, collectively for a whole game in a while. And I think everybody who really stepped out on the floor, they gave everything they had, and it was just great to see.
Really was telling, Jeremy, how you guys got going. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. See you later.